So this is gonna be a quick video about the FlexiMounts 36 by 72 hanging garage rack. It's this model right here. It's a very popular seller on Amazon and a few other places. It sells for about $150, $160 shipped. Pretty good deal for what it is, but the installation of this is actually a very big job, especially if it's one person. You're looking at 3-ish hours of work and not a very easy build if you're doing it by yourself like I had to. Basically, you have 4 cross members, but so one side there, and you could put those perpendicular to your whatever you're putting it into. So you have some beams up there. Hopefully you have exposed beams, then it's pretty easy. You just lag bolt it up there. If you have sheetrock up there, you have to find the beams behind the sheetrock with some sort of detector, or just by knocking it like crazy. Put some holes in there and then line everything up exactly on 36 by 72, all while on a ladder, which this is about 13 feet high, this elevated section here, maybe 12 feet high. And then you have to hang them and do all that work on a ladder. It's actually quite challenging and probably not the safest job I've done in a while. Once it's up, you get those pieces up, you lag bolt them up there. Then you have some hanging pieces, 4 hanging pieces, obviously, that are in 2 different sections with a hook at the bottom. And then you get this grid right here. That's 3 pieces that are 36 inches across, and then they are 24 inches wide. You attach them together into one big piece that weighs about 35 or 40 pounds. So it's actually pretty awkward. And then you could somehow cantilever it up there. So up top on the ladder, you can see the hanging post. That's 2 sections there with this kind of hook piece at the bottom. This has a little Allen bolt, like a 6mm, pretty stout Allen bolt that holds it in place so this grid can't lift off. These are pretty sturdy L brackets. They're attached here. So it's 2 different pieces. You could see here and here are 2 different pieces. That's how you could adjust the height of this whole apparatus. So you could make it higher or lower based on your ceiling height. There you can see a pretty good view of that L bracket at the top. It has 2 different lag bolts, one there, holding it in. Again, that thing is a real bear to get in, especially if you can't see anything up top because of your sheetrock or whatever. You could technically do it with expanders going into concrete, which sounds really like a challenging job to me. Everything is nice and heavy duty. This it's sold with or without this grid section. For me, I was thinking about skipping it and just putting a piece of plywood up here, and now I'm really glad I didn't, because if you had to go across a 6-foot expanse or an 8-foot expanse with plywood, that would not be a very easy task to do. It would be pretty flexy. I think it has a couple pieces. Maybe it'll give you the frame here. Still, I'm pretty happy I went with this grid. The grid's quite strong. The whole thing will hold me, no problem. Any person really. It has a 600-pound max weight capacity for this model. Not too much else to say. It has a little bit of movement before you attach this grid section. These things will go back and forth a little bit. So you have to realize that you're hanging these straps on the top, trying to make sure that they're the right width from the wall, the right forward and back depth, obviously, which is not very easy. Then you have to hang this at a 90-degree angle. So you can get a little flex side to side, just so if you're off by ½ inch or so, this will move a little bit. There's only a single connection point at the top. Everything else is double bolted. I lost a bolt, so I triple bolted it. But up top, you only have a single bolt. So potential weak point there, but honestly, we'll have no problem holding, 500-600 pounds, no problem. Up top, at the top, you can see there's 1 and 2 lags. You want to make sure that this vertical post here goes in between those lags, so you're benefiting from both of them. It'd be pretty easy to get this post, screw up where your lag placement is, and put it on the outside, and now you're missing out on a lot of possible strength, and you're relying only on the strength of that L bracket there. That would definitely not be ideal. So there's the whole setup there. 6 feet wide, 6 feet long by 3 feet wide, actually turns out to be a lot of space. It's like having like a full single door closet, like a 36-inch door closet in the ceiling of your garage or whatever. If you need to, you could put this thing above a garage door opener. That would be a tough installation, but definitely doable. So anyway, so far so good with the FlexiMount system. Quite happy with it. It does what it needs to do. I would just say that the company really underplays the difficulty of the installation. This was not like a kind of fun, relaxing job. It was kind of a pain, but now it's done. So that's it, the FlexiMounts.